Hi guys, welcome to Chidre's Tech Tutorials educational YouTube channel. If you scroll down, you find Programming Language Tutorial section. In Programming Language Tutorial section, if you scroll to the right side, you find Python Tutorials playlist. If you click on View Full Playlist, you find all my Python tutorials where I'm explaining Python in depth and step by step guys. In this video, we are going to make a quick revision of what we have learned so far. So let's get started. First, we understood how to write and execute Python code. Remember, your Python file extension should be .py. .py is the file extension of any Python file. Next, we understood the print function. We understood that print function is used to display data in the shell or other output stream file. We understood the syntax of print function. Print function takes various parameters. We understood value, comma, dot indicates that to the print function we can pass a single value or multiple values separated by comma. To the print function we can pass a single value or multiple values separated by comma. Next, we understood SCP parameter and end parameter. SCP parameter is used to specify the string to be inserted between values. The default value is space. The default value of SCP is space. So when you display multiple values using the print function, it is going to insert space in between those values. Instead of space, you want comma, let's say. Then what you will do? You will say SCP equal to comma. So you can insert any string in between the values guys using SCP parameter. Next, we understood end. End parameter is used to specify the string to be printed at the end of the output. By default, it is set to \n. \n means new line. So when you say print hello world 1, hello world 2, it displays hello world 1 and hello world 2 one below another. If you want to display them one beside another, simply you can say end equal to space. Instead of \n, we are overwriting with a space. So hello world 1 and hello world 2 are displayed one beside another guys. Next, we understood file parameter and flush parameter. File parameter is used to specify where the output should be printed. Whether it should be printed on the shell or it should be printed in other file. So here you can see by default it is set to sys.stdout, that indicates the shell. So by default the print function prints the data in the shell. If you want to print it in some other output stream file, then here you have to overwrite the file. So output file.txt in which the data is sent, because we are using the file reference here. Next, we have flush. Flush is used to specify whether to flush the output stream or not. By default it is set to false. We have seen the example, right? Next, we understood comments. Comments are something like notes inside our code, right? Comments are something like notes inside our code. And how do we write comments? Hash. After the hash symbol, anything we write in the line is treated as a comment in Python. And comments are used to document the source code. Comments are used to explain code logic. Comments are ignored by Python interpreter, right? Comments are ignored by the Python interpreter. If we don't want to execute some parts of our code, we can comment them, right? Next, we understood keywords. Keywords are also called reserved words. Their meaning and purpose already defined within the Python language. Keywords should not be used as identifiers or user-defined names. That is, we should not use keywords for naming variables, lists, functions, objects. We should not use keywords, right? Keywords are reserved words. They are reserved for specific purpose. You should use for that purpose only. Next, we understood identifiers. Identifiers are also called user-defined names, right? They are the names given to the program elements by the programmer. Identifiers are names given to the program elements by the programmer. What are the program elements we have? Variable, list, set, tuple, dictionary, function, object. Those are all program elements. Those things we see in the program, right? So name of a variable, name of a list, set, tuple, dictionary, function, object. They are all examples of identifiers. They are user-defined names, identifiers, right? Identifier naming conventions also we understood. What are naming conventions? Naming conventions are the rules for forming identifier names. While naming a variable, list, set, tuple, dictionary, function, object, we have to follow some rules. What are those rules? First rule, identifier should be meaningful, right? Identifier should be meaningful. Like to manage the player score, instead of using the variable name s, if we use score, it will be more meaningful, right? Keywords should not be used as identifiers, like continue, break are keywords. You should not use them to name a variable, constant, function, list, etc. First character can be alphabet or underscore. First character of an identifier can be alphabet or underscore, guys. All succeeding characters can be alphabet, digits or underscore. After the first character you can have digits, you can have underscore. Okay. No special characters are allowed except underscore. No special characters are allowed except underscore. And identifiers are case sensitive. That means uppercase and lowercase characters are treated differently. Like in this example, num and num we have, where n is capital. These two are treated as two different identifiers, not the same. Next we understood variables. Variable is a named memory location whose value can be changed during the execution of a program, right? It is a memory location whose value can be changed. We understood how to declare and initialize variables, right? We just write the variable name equal to a value, right? Next we understood constant. I told you that in Python there is no concept of constants. Python doesn't have built-in support for constants, but it is a common convention to use uppercase letters for naming constants, right? So whenever you see a variable name with all the characters in uppercase, you should think that it is a constant. You should not change the value in it at runtime, guys. You can only use the value inside it. Okay. Next we understood data types. Python provides a rich set of data types to store and manage different types of data values, right? Python gives us a rich set of data types to store as well as manage different types of data values. We have different types of data values like bool, int and all. We understood bool. Bool indicates conditional result, that is true and false. True, false are considered as Boolean type of values. Next, int indicates whole numbers like a 10, 20, minus 50. They are all whole numbers without decimal point. And numbers with a decimal point or floating point are considered as floating type of values like minus 9.8, 3.142. Those are all floating point values. Complex indicates complex numbers like 2 plus 3j, where j is an imaginary number. Next data type we have str. str indicates the string, that is the textual data. Sequence of characters enclosed in between double quotations or single quotations is considered as a string type of data. List indicates mutable ordered collection of items, and pair of square brackets indicate list. Pair of square brackets indicate list of values separated by comma. You can see that. Next, tuple. List is a mutable ordered collection of items, whereas tuple is immutable ordered collection of items. To create tuples, we take help of rounded brackets instead of square brackets. Next, range. It is used to generate immutable sequence of numbers. If you want to generate sequence of numbers, you can take help of the range. Next, we have discussed the set type. Set indicates unordered collection of unique items. Set is also a collection of items, but it can have unique items. It cannot have duplicate values. To create a set, we use a pair of flower brackets. So pair of flower brackets with values separated by comma indicates set. We have frozen set. Frozen set is an immutable version of the set. So set can be modified, whereas frozen set you cannot modify, right? Next, we have discussed dictionary. Dictionary is also called map. Dict means dictionary. It indicates collection of key value pairs where keys are unique. So dictionary is a collection of key value pairs where key should be unique. Key cannot be duplicate. Next, none type indicates absence of value. If you don't know what to put in a variable, then usually you put none. None indicates none type. Next, byte array. Byte array indicates mutable sequence of bytes, whereas bytes indicates immutable sequence of bytes. Mutable means you can modify the values, whereas immutable means you cannot modify the values. Fixed, right? So byte array 65, 66, 67, it is converted to A, B, C. So if you want, you can change the value at the first location by using the index like B, A of 0, 70. It displays F, that because 70 is the value for F character. So these are the data types we have discussed. After that, we discussed the data type conversion in Python. Converting a value from one data type to another type is called data type conversion. Converting a value from one type to another type is called type conversion. And we know that there are two kinds of type conversion: implicit type conversion and explicit type conversion. We also understood the difference. If required, Python automatically converts a value from one data type to another type implicitly, which is actually called as implicit type conversion or automatic type conversion. Whereas if required, we programmers can also convert a value from one data type to another type explicitly, which is called explicit type conversion. I also told you that Python provides a rich set of conversion functions to convert a value from one data type to another type. We understood bool function. It converts a given value to Boolean type. It converts a given value to Boolean type, right? Next, we understood the int function. It converts a given value to integer. Similarly, float converts a given value to floating point number. Complex converts a given value to complex number. Next we understood list. We can convert a string to a list. We can convert a tuple to a list. We can convert a set to a list. Using the tuple function, we can convert a string to a tuple. We can convert a list to a tuple. We can convert a set to a tuple. Using the set function, we can convert string to a set. We can convert list to a set. We can convert tuple to a set. Similarly, we have frozen set, which is used to convert a string to a frozen set, a list to a frozen set. Also, we have discussed the str function, which is used to convert a given value to its string representation. Like we can convert an integer number to a string, a float number to a string. We can convert a list to a string. So that's what we have discussed so far, guys. I suggest you people to watch the videos, execute every code. If you have any doubts, feel free to put them in the comment section, guys. In the upcoming video tutorials, we discuss more about Python in detail, in depth, and step by step. For more benefits and be up to date, do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Keep learning, keep coding, keep sharing. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. See you in the next tutorial.